So here is my today's champion. Machindra just cleared PMP exam. And what a journey this guy had. You see, when I see Machinder, he actually looks like a Spartan warrior, and he is a warrior, like a warrior from that movie of 300, who is actually a fighter, who never gives up. Machinder, before we move into the context, let me congratulate you for becoming PMP. Let me just give the background of Machinder. Machinder came to me on in March, I think 10th of March or 17th of March. He wanted to join my mentor program one to one. We started and we hit off very fast. He was very good. After few days, he got sick, quite sick, but he kept on working. But interesting thing, as soon as he got better, he has to go back to his grid. He's working as an oil and gas engineer. He will put more light, but there he was unable to study anything for 2 months. So he joined in March, then for 2 months, nothing. While he was coming back, there was a tornado, and many of his teammates lost his life. And although he was grieved, and when he came back, he was terrified, all those things. But as I said, he's a warrior. He didn't give up. He kept on working, kept on working. And today, even today, in center, he had so many difficulties that I have never seen anyone having those difficulties. But he cleared PMP exam. He became certified PM with all above target. So let's hear directly from him. So Machinder, first of all, congratulations from the entire PMP community. And do share us your journey in detail. I would love to know everything. I actually know that people would love to know about your journey.
Yeah, thank you very much, Amar. Actually, I was planning to do PMP like 2 or 3 years back only, because that time only I heard of PMP because of one of my manager got certified, and then I used to follow him. Then okay, I came to know. Then I googled what is PMP, how it is helpful and all. Then that my background was not too good for the to obtain the certificate, or I had no time or nothing. So I was just thinking about what to do, how to plan and everything. Then I think I saw one video of that your friend only Scott. Then from there only we got connected. Then I used to follow your success stories, like your earlier student success stories. Then I thought, okay, let's give a try, and like if they can do, then I can do as well. And I just have to schedule timeline my schedule and all. I just have to work it on, because I work in a field where I have to work in like away from the home, away from the internet, or you can say where I cannot study at all. I just have to work. So it's like a 50-50. So for me, it was not possible to join any coaching class, because like if I join a coaching class and if I get a job call, I have to go. So that might got cancel, or I might have to leave that in between. So I came to know about you from the LinkedIn only, and then we connected, and then you assured me, like, you will prepare me and by one-to-one coaching classes and everything. Then okay, that helped me a lot. Then we started like from 17 March. Then for studying for 10 days or something, I got a serious health issue. But still, because of your earlier 2 to 3 sessions, I was feeling very confident, like, okay, let's do it. And if I stop now, I might not able to do it again. So or I might need the double time. So I was concentrating very much on the focusing very much on the whatever your study material you were providing, whatever the guidelines you were giving. So I studied all the way. Then I had to go to the job. As I told you, like for like the job was planned for like 15-20 days, because of tornado and the cyclone and all the job delayed at site, it took like 60 days in total. So I was away from the home for 60 days. Then a week, then I come back, we got connected again. And then I studied like whatever the material you used to provide on time, on feedback on the time, everything. So here I can say that I almost did like 15 to 20 mocks. But when I appeared to the exam today, in last like 10 mocks, like for the last 10th mock up to 10 mock, my score was, you know that my score was up to 80% average. And for last 5 to 6 mock, it was more than 90%. So I was very confident. And the day before, that when I finished my fourth mark, I told you that, okay, I'm going to schedule my exam today itself, and I'm going to give it. So I'm in a momentum. But you said, no, plan for the next day. And then I planned for the next day. And when I appeared to the exam for the first half, for the first 60 minutes, I was like, okay, I did a mistake. I should have taken more time. I should have prepared more, but I don't know. Like it was like I'm not gonna pass. I was quite sure because every question was a situational base. There was not even a single question where I can relevant to any specific concept or any specific manifesto or any values, or straight away I can say that okay, this is the correct answer and I can go ahead with this one. So every question I had to give a thought, okay, whether it's right or wrong. And when I went to the next question, I always had a thought at the back of my mind, like, okay, I did a wrong in the last question. Now I have to give the right for this one. So that's how it worked. But whatever you inform me the one day before, like, take a deep breath and all, I actually tried that. I was thinking, like if you know the things, you don't have to do all these things, taking the deep breath and all, if you know the answers and all. But if you get a real problem, then you know the value of these things. Okay, then I tried that. Okay, but I continue up to 60 question. It was like I consumed around 80 minutes something. There again, okay, I already took more than whatever you prescribed, like 70 up to 70 minutes. 10 minutes I was ahead. So again, and I was not quite sure about the 60 question, how many I might pass or something. But yes, I followed your advice, like be a servant leader. Every question I thought of, I put myself in the situation, what I will do, or what my project manager should do with me. In from these two point of view, I answered all the questions up to then again I took a 10-minute break. In actually took a 7 or 8 minute break. I went out for a washroom and all. I had water and I relaxed a bit, then took a, like, you can say, with a closed eyes for a small nap, you can say that. Then the instructor was very good, so he used to remind me of a time, like how many minutes remaining. So that was a good thing as well. Then I started the second thing. The second section compared to the first one, I can say it was like slight easy. Like my confidence was a little high. Okay, yeah, there's something is happening. But the as you told me, as you earlier said in this recording, like, how when we started, how many problems I faced, medical and tornado on field and everything. The same thing happened during the exam as well. During the second session, second 60 question, two time glitches happened in the server, and the exam stopped for 5 to 10 minutes two times. So it was like, okay, what is happening? Because the exam was quite tough, and then it was happening. Then somehow I managed to finish the 120 questions in like till of 72 minutes remaining for the last session only. Okay, then when the third session started, the glitch happened for the 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, then the instructor gave me an option, like, because I don't know, it's their mandatory choice, I guess. If the glitch happens more than the 10 or 15 minutes, they are entitled to give you the options. You can cancel the exam and you can reschedule the exam free of cost from this, and the cost will be paid by the center because of any technical issue or something like that. So he offered me. That time I left with only 20 questions. So my confidence was, frankly telling you, I was quite sure like 40% I will pass or 60% I will fail. Then I checked. I said, okay, all the questions, I think from the server point of the leader, like it's okay, it's good, I'm going good. Then I took a chance, like I said, I'm gonna go, I want to continue and I will finish it. And I was quite confident. Then when I finished the exam, all were above target. So my advice will be, like, I did too many mocks. My score. My score was very good, but don't go on your mock score. Don't be overconfident. Yes, but be prepared. My over preparation helped me a lot because unknowingly I marked all the questions right. I can say that from my result. That unknowingly, it's something what Amar helped us to build in ourselves. Like without knowing whether we are doing right or wrong, we did it all wrong. I did all the rights, all the right. So that's how it helped me to mark all the questions and score above target. So like, yeah, study everything whatever Amar is giving, like how he help. If you have any problem, go to the Amar, he will explain everything. The first thing I will tell you, there are few mocks Amar provided where the every option is properly explained. In few mocks, the mini mocks explains only one option, right option. But there are 5 to 6 mocks you provided me, that in that mocks all the options were provided, why wrong answer is wrong and why right one is right. in that mock, if you prepare that 4 mocks thoroughly, then you will be it will be like you prepared already 20 mocks. But you have to read all the options 1 or 2 times, because during the right option there are 4 wrong options, where that 4 wrong options really work, and how that why, if the question in which situation, then this option would be right. That's how it explains. So it clears your many concept in only one mock. So I did that one. I always reviewed that mocks for 2 times, and I prepared a note. The first thing, I will say, you provide a lot of material, but when you want to review your material, or when you want to review your material, it's very hard to serve from all the material, which concept you want to review, what you want to review. It's very hard. Yeah, the material is very good, but it's too much material for the fresher or who is preparing for the exam. So it's better, always better to prepare your own notes. I will suggest that take a 200 books notebook and prepare a rough notes. Whenever you read any concept, you always feel like once you read the concept, you always feel that this concept is easy, and I will be remember this concept, and that's fine, and go ahead. No, don't do that. Sometimes what happens, while reading the concept, it looks easy, but in PMP there are many concepts are very similar. So you get confused with the meanings, tools, techniques, and concepts. So it's always better to write and go through your own notes easily.
It's better to go through your own notes. But Machinder, I also shared you my notes of last minute. So did that help?
Yes. You shared me the 10 knowledge areas, and then all the processes, and how it followed through. So it was quite graphical design, like it's like a affinity diagram and all. So it's quite good. So it helped to review the things very easily. Yeah, that's what which I already did. You provided me that one, and it helped a lot. Exactly. In the last minute, that's very good. That then the documents leads, the project documents, that is one is also very helpful. Everything is very helpful actually. Yeah, but for the fresher, or for the who is doing the PMP for the, obviously for the first time, it's while reviewing the things, it's not easy all the times to review all the material. So because once you study 1 or 2 times, once you read 1 or 2 times, you know the 50% material you won't forget, but 50 or 30% you will forget again for sure. So it's better to write that 30% in your own format, in your own handbook, in your own like writing. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
very easy to understand.
Yeah, I strongly agree with you that when you make your own notes, when you go through them, it becomes more and more easy for you to understand it in a better way. So there is no doubt in that, there is no iota of doubt that if you want to clear the exam, I highly recommend that you make your own notes, just like you said, and work with that note so that you can understand it in the best possible way. Okay, so let's talk about more of the exam. You already shared few things about the exam. One thing I want to know, and that is very important thing, how much of the exam was predictive and how much was the agile?
Yeah, if I the total from the total questions, if I distinguish from the emanating, I will say like 140 to 150 questions were hybrid questions, and like 15 to 20 questions were purely agile, where you can say confidently that this is agile and this is the answer, and the 50 questions were predictive, plan driven. But in the hybrid, the mostly questions, like from that 150 questions, I will say 90% questions were on the stakeholder, like stakeholder giving the requirement, stakeholder is doing that thing, stakeholder giving the impediments, stakeholder creating the blockage, how you are dealing with the stakeholder. It's about every question was involved with the stakeholder, like how you manage the stakeholder. Each stakeholder give the requirement at this time, in the middle of project, in the closure, in the end of the last phase, in the starting phase. It's relevant to the stakeholder management or everything. How you, and the second thing, it was like about the requirement, how stakeholder requirement, how you deal the requirements in a hybrid environment.
In a hybrid environment, how you deal with that?
Okay.
So what about communication and resource?
About resource, like 4 to 5 questions only. There was not even a single question for like calculations or any in on a cost, like it was one question only, but you don't have to do the. It was like easy to judge from the figures only to like whether it's above the budget or below the budget. So that kind of one question was. So you don't have to, you don't have to waste your time on the that lengthy calculations or formulas. So that is one thing. Three questions were only drag and drop. Even that were relevant to the only. Um, this risk mitigation and all, aware, transparent and all. But the only the concept where the it was tricky to understand the whether you will avoid this or whether, even the concept only relevant to the stakeholder again. Okay, stakeholder creating the blockage to your project. So you are it's very hard for you to move ahead with the project. So how will you do the manage the stakeholder? And the options were like mitigate, aware, transfer, and the options were like you will consult the stakeholder, senior manager. You will try to avoid the stakeholder. You will discuss with the stakeholder and find the alternatives to the solution. So what I mean to say, the mostly questions were on the stakeholder.
So mostly questions around stakeholder. Okay. Okay, Machinder, you have already given us so much. You watched my journeys video, you know that. I always ask for 1 minute, one advice for all PMP aspirant that can help them.
Yeah, one I'll advise I will give: do the mocks, but the review is very important. When you review, keep your notebook and pen in your hand, and while doing the review, you should know, you analyze the question for the all the options. Why this option is right, why this option is wrong. If the option is a right, wrong, in what case this option will be right. So make the notes, prepare that one. From the mocks only it will help a lot. The things, because the only the mocks will help you to analyze your knowledge from the notes and apply it to the question. You have the notes, but it will not help you to apply it to the question in a practical way, the question explained in the mocks. So the mocks, doing the mocks, and but the review is very, very important. How
Thank
you
you.
do the review, that is important.
Thank you, Machinder. Thank you very much. And I'm really proud to have you a certified PMP. The journey has been a roller coaster. Thank you very much, Machinder. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aman. Thank you. Thanks to you as well.
Hello YouTube, what's up? It's Amir Ali here. Thank you very much for watching this video. I am so grateful that you watched this video and I hope now it has added value into your PMP journey. If you have any question at any time, you can ask me on this number or email me. I will love to answer you. And if you have not subscribed, please click the subscription button so that I can help you in a better way. My commitment to YouTube is going to increase. I'm going to upload more coaching calls, more journeys, and more posts. So do join this journey and become certified PMP in less time.